Hey, we're back with another Warhammer 40K battle report. Today we're playing 1850. We're doing a specialized mission to get us ready for a tournament, so we just have 4 objectives on the field. Today it's going to be Tyranids versus Ultramarines. We are using the Hammer and Anvil deployment. On the Tyranids side, we have 30 Termagants, 15 with Devourers, 15 with Flesh Borers, an Exocrine, a Warrior Brood with a Stranglethorn Cannon, Bramblethorn Cannon, a Barb Strangler, that's what it's called. We have 3 Biovores, they're all part of the Living Artillery brood. We have 2 Xanthropes inside there.
I can't really use her really.
We have 12 Hormagaunts, no major upgrades on them. We have the Swarm Lord with 3 Guard. We have a Venom Thrope, and we have a Turvagon. We also have 2 Hive Guards. In reserves, I have a 10-man Genestealer squad with the Brood Lord. I have 3 Gargoyle squads, and that's all I have. So moving on to the Space Marines, we have...
Alright, we got a Land Raider Crusader, equipped with, it's got a multi-melta, and then it's got Sergeant Kronos in it, and then we got a 5-man squad of Space Marines, one with the Flamer, another 5-man squad, a Sergeant with a Grab Pistol, and then a Power Sword. And then we have another 5-man squad, we got the Rocket Launcher, another one, we got the Flamer, we got a Terminator squad, and then we got the a Venerable Dreadnought, and then we got the Thunderfire Cannon.
Okay.
And in reserves, we have a Stormhawk gunship. I think that's what it's called.
Storm Raven, I think.
My bad.
Like
and then we got Calgar, he's in the Land Raider,
okay,
and his Honor Guard. And we got Stern Guard veterans, which are in this drop pod.
Awesome. Alrighty. When he said these are 5-man squads, these are actually 2 tactical squads that have been combat squadded.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Alright. Alrighty. Mr. Church won the first setup, so do you wish to go first or second?
First.
Alright, I'm going to try to seize the initiative then. So let's see if I can get a 6. And it's a 3. Alright, well we'll see you back at the end of Space Marines turn 1. End of Space Marines turn 1. His Land Raider moved up, put a lot of shots in the Exocrine, was able to put a single wound on him. The rest of his Marines kind of stayed where they were. His Stern Guard came in from Deep Strike, mishapped, and rolled a 3, so I was able to place it way over in the corner to where they're kind of out of the game for right now. His Terminators fired over and killed some of my Hormagaunts. That's about all that happened this round. We'll be going into the Tyranids turn 1. Alright, we're back at the end of Tyranids turn 1. My Termagants all moved up. They ran as well because they didn't have any good targets. The Exocrine moved up and ran because he has no good targets. Xanthropes actually snugged into the ruins, and during their psychic phase was able to warp lance and take off 2 hull points and immobilize the Land Raider, so that was good. Everyone else just kind of shifted on up to either to get into cover or to get closer. Not a very eventful turn, so with that we'll be going into Space Marines turn 2. Alright, we're back at the end of Space Marines turn 2. During the movement phase, Calgar and his Honor Guard jump out. The Space Marine squad moves back to get on this objective. And his Stern Guard move up. In the shooting phase, Land Raider fires into this big Termagant blob, takes out a good chunk of them. Marius and his guys take pot shots at the Swarm Lord, don't do anything to him. The Thunderfire Cannon, though, was able to come over here and wipe out this entire squad that was on this objective, so they're gone. And that also gave the Space Marines first blood. That's about all that happened. Oh, Marius tried to assault into the Swarm Lord. Needed 9 inches. He only rolled 7, so nothing happened there. Pretty good turn for the Space Marines. And we'll be going into Tyranid turn 2. that up. Alright, we're back at the end of Tyranids Turn 2. At the beginning I had 2 sets of gargoyles come in. First one mishapped and my opponent put them way over in the corner. The second one landed right where I wanted them to, but they didn't do a whole lot. During the shooting phase, my Hive Guard fired over and put 2 hull points of damage onto that Venerable Dreadnought. Biovores whiffed. Basically that was all was done. During the psychic phase, the Xanthropes in cover here fired and was able to put 1 more hull point on the Land Raider. That's about it. The big thing that happened was the Swarm Lord charged in to Marius's Honor Guard. I killed off all but 1 of his Honor Guard, was able to put 3 points, or 3 wounds on Marius. He was able to put back 2 wounds on the Swarm Lord, so that's going to keep on going next turn. Semi-happy with that round, but we'll see what happens next. We're going into the Space Marines turn 3. You want to roll your reserve on camera?
Sure.
Alright, 3 up, that bird comes in. Yep, comes in. Alright, we'll see you at the end of turn 3. There, we're back at the end of Space Marine turn 3. At the beginning of this turn, his flyer comes on. Movement phase, everyone you can kind of pushes up a little bit. And for shooting, his Land Raider kills off a few more of my little bugs. Everything fired some stuff. I got a whole lot of cover saves saving me in a lot of places. His MVP this turn, though, was his Thunderfire Cannon. Just wreaked havoc in these ruins here. Killed off 1 of my warrior, put a wound on that warrior. Killed off 1 of my Xanthropes, put a wound on another one. That's about all that happened in the shooting phase. In the assault phase, the Swarm Lord was able to finish off Marius, Calgar, and his Honor Guard, and consolidated up to get close to that Land Raider. So that was the Marines turn 3. We'll be going on to Tyranids turn 3. Into Tyranids turn 3. Gargoyle squads kind of moved up. Gene Stealers came in this time. Outflanked over onto this edge. Everything moved up that needed to. During the psychic phase, the only thing that happened was Warp Lance into the Land Raider missed. But over here, the Swarm Lord was able to get the Horror off onto his Tech Marine. So this guy's now pinned for this turn. Shooting phase, not a whole lot happened. The Extra Cream was able to actually shoot, penetrate, and explode the flyer. Then I realized I didn't give him the option to pin, or to jink, so I said go ahead and try to jink, and of course he jinked it off. Oh well, it was still a good moment for me for a moment. Over here, the Hive Guard were able to finally knock down the Venerable Dreadnought. That's all that happened in the shooting phase. During the assault, Swarm Lord came in, finally finished off the glancing hit to finish off the Land Raider. Over here, this Gargoyle squad charged in, was able to kill 1 Marine before they got wiped out. So-so turn for the Tyranids, but we'll be going into the Marines turn 4. Alright, with the end of Space Marines turn 4, movement, he kind of moved around this objective here. His Terminators and this combat squad moved up. His Stern Guard moved up. His Bird flew up to here. The shooting phase, he pumped a whole lot of fire into this Homer Gun squad and whittled it down to 2. He was able, from his Bird, to put 2 wounds on the Turbogon that we call Bertha. And that's all that happened during his phase. He attempted an assault here, but because of the -2 for charging the cover, he wasn't able to get there. So we'll be going into Tyranid turn 4. Alright, here at the end of Tyranids turn 4. The swarm moving. The Niz moved up in different areas. He jumped on top of here. Psychic phase. The Brood Lord was able to get the Horror off again on the Tech Marine to keep him pinned. That's about all that happened in the Psychic phase. In the shooting phase, not a lot happened. The exocrine shot, he whiffed. Over here between the Biovores and the Gargoyles, they were able to kill all but 2 of the Stern Guard. They're running. The Barb Strangler was able to kill 3 of the Marines here. He did heroic leadership to stay. He also is pinned though. During the assault phase, the Hormigaunt and Swarmlord crew jump on these Terminators and kill all but 2 of them. Over here, the Gene Stealers pile in and wipe out that Tech Marine. Besides that, the Tyranids holding where they're at, and we're going into the Space Marines, turn 5. Alright, at the end of Space Marines, turn 5. Over here, this combat squad fired in and killed off 4 of the Gene Stealers. They were in the ruins here. That's about all the shooting because he was pinned. They're out of range. They're out of range. The flyer flew over, did some shots at Bertha, got 2 rending, so took her down to 2 wounds left. Over here in this combat, the Swarm Lord squad was able to finish off the Terminators, and they consolidated this way. I moved the 1 Hormigaunt up to contest this objective. And that's about it. We'll be going into the Tyranids turn 5. Alright, end of Tyranids turn 5. In the movement phase, we had Xanthrope shifted over to try to get a shot at the bird. Bertha moved over just in case the bird goes into hover mode. The Hive Guard moved over to get a shot at the bird. And then the Gargoyles moved up some. That's the end of my movement phase. Psychic phase, I succeeded in nothing, so we won't worry about it. In the shooting phase, the Gargoyles shot and killed one of the Stern Guard, causing this one to flee. Over here, the Exocrine fired in and wiped out all but 1 of this Marine squad, and he broke and ran. That was about all happened in the shooting phase. In the assault phase, the Swarm Lord charged in and wiped out that squad of Marines that was there. He consolidated towards this special guy out of the tank. And that's it. So we're at the end of the game here. Church is going to roll to see if we go on. So on a 3-up, we go on. Go ahead and roll it. We go on. Do you wish to go on? Alright, so Church decided he's going to concede because he realizes he doesn't have enough figures to even, or models left to even try to get these objectives. So at the end of the game, the Nids control that objective for 3, that objective for 3, and that objective for 3. So that'll bring it up to 6 plus, kill the Warlord 7, and Line Breaker for 8. Space Marines have First Blood, and that's it for right now. So that was a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing it. Always have fun playing Church. MVPs of the game. For him, I definitely think it had to be a Thunderfire Cannon. Anytime that thing landed on target, it was just tearing up. For me, even though he's cheesy, there's a Swarm Lord's MVP. He just walked through troops as he got it. That was an epic fight against him versus Calgar. So that was a lot of fun to fight. That's it. I hope you guys liked it. We'll see you guys again with another Bat Rep soon.